Hello there everyone, and welcome back to this American Civil War battle series. And today I'm of course joined by McCabe.
Hello everyone,
And back again, and we're doing the second part of our Gettysburg, the Gettysburg part of this battle series. And so we've advanced from first day where we did McPherson's Ridge, and now we're doing the Peach Orchard and Little Round Top. So I'm in command of Sickles' brigade, or Sickles' corps here, and McCabe is Longstreet, stretched out over there.
Yes.
Let's take a look here on the map. This is Little Round Top, and this is Round Top. So this area is where the 20th Maine was stationed, or they might actually have been stationed even further up here. I'm not sure. They sort of made it like a bit here in the ridge, so you can have it. But thing is, I don't think McCabe would go through here, so he's stationed here as the last resort. Then we got the Devil's Den in this area, and then we got front line over here, my front line, and over here is where the Peach Orchard is. So Sickle decided that against Meade's orders to advance, because he wanted to claim some high hills in front of his position, and he sort of ended up not only losing a lot of his men, but he lost his command as well.
And his leg.
Yeah, and his leg as well, so he lost a lot of stuff. But since we sort of had a crash, I think we'll go ahead at this point and start the battle.
Right.
So Sickle wasn't really a military commander. He was sort of the same system that the British had with commission officers, that he basically paid to become an officer, or he paid for his troops, and that's how he became. So he was sort of a political officer, in a sense.
And the guy was crazy.
Yeah, the guy was a bit eccentric. He shot his wife's lover, and to avoid getting jail time, he claimed temporary insanity. And apparently he's the first one in history to do that. And
yes. Or at least in the United States. Anyway.
Yeah, at least in the United States. There's probably a lot of kooky people in Europe that have already done it, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, possibly.
And yeah, so he was a very eccentric guy. Although he did actually get elected afterwards. I guess he could spin a tale pretty well.
As most politicians can.
Yeah, as most politicians can. Those lying bastards.
Those bastards. Ooh, I just took a cannonball right to one of my lines.
Yeah, the volunteer. They're moving through the corn. They lost a single dude.
I killed one guy from your artillery.
Oh no, you killed Joshua?
He was the funny guy.
Well, you actually killed... No, you killed one. I thought you killed two, because 24 guys in an artillery. The sort of my position looks kind of weird because they're situated here in the middle of the corn. But so yeah, he moved out, and this created a whole lot of problems for the entire army, and Meade had to send in reinforcements from all over the place to aid Sickles. Otherwise the Confederates might have completely been able to overrun the area. And it affects the battle, because since he's drawing troops from other side or other places in the line, it's gonna drench other areas as we go on. Next part I believe is gonna be Culp's Hill, and then for the last part we're doing Pickett's Charge. But in between there, I think the next one will actually be we'll do a special little battle in between here. that technically occurred before Gettysburg.
Yes.
But the main interest in the battle is it sort of affects the battle because it's to do with Jeb Stuart and the cavalry, which affects the Pickett's charge. But it also is because the battle goes down in McCabe's current hometown.
That's right. The Battle of Hanover, PA.
Yeah, so we're gonna, even though it's a small battle, only 300 people or something die in it. It's pretty interesting because it pitches Stuart versus General Custer.
Yeah.
So that the scourge of the Indians. So that's gonna be an
Yeah, that'll be a fun
probably an
battle
interesting
to-
yeah, a fun little battle to do. Okay, I've got my 2 brigades here. Damn it, they saw them now. I was hoping to actually bring them up here to the ridge while McCabe was unaware. There's a bit of a ridge.
You guarded your flank this time.
Yes.
I
I was hoping to have them concealed for a longer time. Then so I could sneak up on you while you were flanking.
Oh.
But that didn't work out. But we'll hold that. There's corn inside the forest as well. It looks really weird when there's wild corn growing in the entire battlefield everywhere. Come on. Ah shit, we're getting hit and they're sort of straggling because there were a lot of rocks they get stuck on. So my guys, even though they're only taking like 5-7 people casualty, it's still quite a lot here since there we go. Come on, return fire damage. Ooh, and now your guys are.
Yeah, they're
It's Armistead's brigade.
Yeah. I put the Texans here too.
Oh yeah, the Texan brigade, Barksdale's brigade, Law's brigade, Kershaw, Kempers, 24th Georgians, volunteer, regular. And then we got Longstreet looking on the battle from over here. I believe Longstreet said that it was the most, I'm trying to quote him right, the most effective 3 or 4 hours of battling that he's had ever seen.
Yes. Yes, I believe he said something.
Yeah, something along
Along
those
this
lines. Now I don't actually remember the exact quote. The only quote I do is from the movie when Chamberlain says, "Bayonets!" As they're about to charge down from Little Round Top at the end. Although I think I put in a bit too much bass into that. It's more bayonet, and then the music starts. Dun 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 dun. Although
that's when the naked black men charging.
My favorite scene is probably when just before Pickett's charge, and he goes, "Battalion, forward!" And then the music starts, and you can see everyone marching up.
Classic movie.
It's a very good movie, Gettysburg. I like it a lot.
A lot. It was actually better than Gods and Generals.
Although
I
like,
Gods and Generals.
yeah, Gods and Generals, I like that one as well. Although Gettysburg, a lot of people like Gettysburg a lot more, but I think.
Yeah. I wish they remade the Gettysburg with Gods and Generals.
Yeah. Actually,
stuff.
the thing is the same way as I saw Dronk's Drift. I watched that so many times when we did the reenactment. I sort of started realizing stuff they made wrong in the movie, or like, you know, small sort of glitches. I think they could have probably, I guess it was pretty hard to do that scene, but they could have probably improved on that scene when they march out. But with all those reenactors and trying to control that, it's probably really hard.
Yeah, it's
but
I
like the first time you see that, and all the cannons do the last like volley fire, boom, 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 and then they do the speeches, and then when it forward and and they start playing the drums, and they start marching out, and then comes the music, and you have these flowing camera angles that sort of go across all the guys as they march out. And as you know what's gonna happen to most of them. Pretty cool. Looks as though there is a threat here on my absolute right flank of collapse. I think there's too much pressure here. I maybe want to bring up Sickle to aid, but I think he might get shot then. So, just not yet. Otherwise, it looks as though I'm holding pretty good.
Runaway of the game.
Yeah, it was sort of 50-50 there who was gonna run first over on that side, because my guys were on the way to routing as well. Hit up a hard, boys! Explosive. He started using explosive rounds.
Very disappointed with my artillery so far.
I can see a few. Yeah, it's you almost hit a few of your own guys there, or maybe you even did. That's the great problem with when you use explosive rounds. It's devastating, but it can be devastating in lots of ways. Still quite precarious here, but I think we're gonna try to advance to get completely rout here on the right. And then move up. Oh crap. They took a real penalty right there as they moved up. Come on, start firing. They're gonna hold on. Volunteers. I think you think that like Armistead's brigade and the Texans and so on would have special, like a bit extra, but they actually don't. Every brigade is sort of the same, except for like the like, what's it called, the red-legged devils that have the highest accuracy in the game, which is 40. Although in the normal Napoleon 40 isn't that much. But in this mod it's a lot, since I think volunteers have 20, which is the equivalent of a militia unit in normal Napoleon. It's looking to go pretty well all across the line. Oh crap, we've got
artillery position is terrible because it's on a
almost
flat
around.
plane. So, switching it up here.
Shaking and wavering. Let's move sickles over here. They're putting down good fire right now. Damn drabs! It looks as though McCabe has lost more guys for most of his units, but at the same time I think the meter is actually in his favor. It's a bit more to his side. Okay, he's gonna pull off and regroup on the right here. He's gonna make a hole for his artillery to fire through. I could try to move up at this point. No, we've actually... I think it's better just to hold on to what we got right now before catastrophe might come around the corner. Although he doesn't have... Ooh crap, this is not very good. Focus. Counter artillery. If he can shell us with grape shot from over here, that's gonna be very nasty. Sickles under attack. I think if he stays just under the ridge here, his influence will stretch over up into the volunteers. And we still sort of secure this area. Yeah. They're getting impacted by his presence. Kershaw's brigade might rout. Okay, we're actually not... These guys aren't firing, so we'll move up them. Let's move up even more. But as we do, sort of create a gap here in the center. Ooh, that was nasty. Ooh, we've lost quite a lot of men in that unit actually. And there's more enemies. No, that wasn't very good. I think we're actually gonna have to fall back now. We're gonna have to fall back. Oh, basically the entire line almost. And there's a risk of McCabe actually going around a flank. I think we actually have to move back even more. We have to give up this entire area because we're we're doing badly over there. So we'll reposition inside the forest. Have to fall back all the way. Yeah. Oh, it might be the fact that Sickles have been standing shooting his own soldiers in the back. Lots of big rocks and stuff in the way. Where is this unit going? That's very interesting. I didn't think it was actually gonna move that way around. That might be dangerous. Can't really spare. We're gonna have to. I think we'll actually do to utilize more parts of the battlefield. We'll fall back even further, and we'll fall back towards beyond Devil's Den. So we'll take up position up here. And see how they like it trying to attack us up here. Start moving those cannons. Where is he moving? He's moving far up here. Well, then we can actually move 20th Maine to face those guys off, since we got an extra brigade, sending them up here in the mountain to deal with the enemy. And I think it's time we brought forward this cannon. We're gonna form these three in between here. Or actually, we're gonna have this one. That's sort of a vulnerable position right here. We'll keep these guys in reserve. Probably have to extend on the sides anyways. Oh, we lost these guys up in the forest now. But the 20th Maine is moving to intercept. Okay, they're going very slow. Start running. There they are again. Oh, they're moving back down. We'll move into the hills around here. And we'll be able to, if he concentrates towards here, we might be able to swing the 20th Maine down here and attack and sort of turn their entire flank. Let's move up a bit so we just hold on the ridge. Let's see here. We have some fighting going on here right now. Although the troops seem to have a hard time finding good positions here in the hills. Although we got 20th Maine coming in to aid. I think this one is sort of too vulnerable, so we'll move that back a bit. And we can see them now coming down through the forest. Wait, did I move this one? No, I haven't. But we'll be able to protect on the far right there, which I think McCabe is going to move. So we'll move those two over there as well. We can actually do a surprise charge with the 20th Maine down here on the regulars. 20th Maine, of course, still remaining hidden. Okay, we'll have a lot of problem just forming in here. Okay, they have actually been spotted. Let's actually move these guys up then, to hold the front, while the 20th Maine moves in. Ah, he's noticed. It's too late for Maine. We're gonna have to go in and fire on them. McCabe's actually pushing up at the same time here. Come on, get in line. Those nasty Confederatos are down there. Hurry! Ooh. I think McCabe sort of missed that we were pushing forward at the same time he was pushing back.
Pickett's charge.
Pickett's charge? Where is he charging now? Oh crap, he was running.
There we go.
Ah crap, these guys, they won't recover. We have to send soldiers over there. Or it might actually be too late to send these guys. Let's move these guys here instead. And we'll move the cannons over to help. 20th Maine is doing just fine so far. Ooh, another devastating volley there. Let's send them off. Get those cannons over there.
Sir, your general has been killed.
Oh crap.
This is a black day.
Sickles is wounded. And Cannonball has taken his leg.
Woo!
Here come the 20th Maine!
Our men are running.
Charge! Bayonet! There's a lot of them stuck up there. Oh shit, they're charging over here as well. Come on. Blast them.
Artillery reporting. Medium.
Ooh, they're not. Come on, everyone. God's sake, fire! But it's not enough. You're gonna have to send some soldiers over there. How's it going? 20th Maine is putting it down on them. Oof, that was a bit too loud.
Our men are running, sir.
Although these guys are recovering. Not putting the devils. Put canister into that big lump. Ooh. Very nice. Same time they've actually taken our artillery position here. When McCabe has forgot to move them. Same time we've got these guys moving in. And these guys need to move up into a position. Come on, fire! Boom! Boom! But it's too late to save the cannons. Oh, we completed route to this area, but it was at a heavy cost for both sides. We still shelled them with canister. Switch to round shot. 20th Maine opening fire now. Forgot to actually set them onto fire as well. He's putting down. Oh, he had us in the flank, but we're able to reclaim the hill and take the cannons back. And we're putting fire in the flank now. But the 20th Maine is sort of vulnerable out there. You're gonna have to move up with the rest of them. Where is McCabe moving those cannons? He's moving them in here. Oh wait, he's moving them down there. Let's see if we can take them before he realized the mistake he made.
Infantry elite! Artillery! Infantry elite!
Charge! And it looks like, oh, we're routing most of this. Keep it up.
We'll get a couple of canisters on.
Darn you, McCabe! But I managed to take all your cannons. Chase them off the field!
This battle is over.
It sure is. So far, when we've played this mod, it's always the defender who wins.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. For some reason, the attacker takes tons of casualties moving into position, so... I guess if you think about it, in real life it was always normally the defender that sort of won as well.
Only the general is left.
He will never surrender. I will never surrender, sir. Finally, he goes down.
He got a few before he was going down. And there we have it. Let's go over and look at the statistics. Oh yeah, you lost about twice as many men as I did. Most of my kills goes down to some regular infantry. Not sure where they were stationed. Some Zouaves. 20th Maine did pretty good, although I thought they did better. Same for the cannons. I thought they would do a lot better.
My regular infantry only got was the highest on my side. It got 142 kills.
Yeah, mine got 312, the highest one. My
cannons were pitiful. One of my cannons only got 3 kills.
Only 3 kills?
That's
not
well,
very well.
2 of my cannons got, one got 16 kills, another got 18.
Yeah, it's sort of, I killed almost twice as many as you did. But yeah.
Just heavy casualties.
Yeah, so this was the round top and peach orchard part of Gettysburg. I think we'll be moving over to the small battle of Hanover, since it's McCabe's hometown. After that, it's Culp's Hill, and after that is Pickett's Charge. And this was a good battle. I hope you like it, and we will see you next time.
Au revoir.
Bye.